So we'll get going with the personalizing your customer experience with CRM. Now, I love this quote, and very much, we're fortunate in our business in that a high percentage of our new customers that we get year on year come from existing customer referrals. But very much so, when you treat customers right, they come back and tell others. We all know in our personal lives and when we're purchasing, we look for not just the brands that we know, but we also look at reviews and rely on the reviews and also word of mouth of others that we speak to. And if you have a good experience, you're likely to shout about it just as much as you are if you have a bad experience. So, reviews matter. What people say matters. So it's certainly worth thinking about the experience that you are giving to your customers and how your customer journey looks. With that in mind, as part of this webinar, we're going to look at six steps effectively. Now, customer experience starts from the moment that you engage with any new contact. Whether it's a new lead or a prospect that you're working with, it's the first impression that you give, but also for existing customers. You may have a primary contact or a key contact that you've been working for a number of years that leaves, and you're joined by a new contact who wants to change the way that they work with you and understand the relationship that you have. So it's all important to give that first impression of your business and of how it is to work with you as well. So just working through these steps. Number one, keep the customer at the heart of your business. Two, make sure that communication choice that you provide is easy, and that getting in touch with you is, it's known, the methods are known. Number three, know your customer, understand your customer. 4 is about service consistency and nurturing that customer. 5 is building in automation, but adding communication where it matters. And number 6 is feedback. So on to number 1, keeping the customer at the heart of your business. The first question here, is customer experience a department or a role within your existing business? Do you truly keep the customer at the heart of your business? My role here at Gold Vision as head of customer experience is a key role in that, I work with a number of teams and sit on our management team, but I'm always driving on the side of the customer. Do you have a spokesperson in your business that's looking out for the customer in all cases and thinking about quality and efficiency through the processes that you have and what the experience for that customer would be on the other side? So question number 1 is asking yourself as a business, do you really have the customer at the heart of your business? And that's when you can start to think about the experience that you're really giving, but make sure it's incorporated across all of your processes as well. Number 2, provide communication choice and also integrate social media. Now, providing communication choice is all important. Gone are the days when email and phone, the traditional methods for communicating, are the only methods that are there. I certainly work with a number of customers where they prefer to message me via LinkedIn or send messages via Twitter, for instance. Think about live chat and how open you are to receiving information via a number of different means. With generations now coming up, certainly digital, being able to use your mobile phone, offering any various method is actually quite key. And of course, individuals want to be communicated in the way that they initially communicate to you also. Certainly in our business, we have a customer experience department, which is made up of customer success managers effectively. The role of these individuals is not just account management, but we provide support as well. And traditionally, it's not all just about emailing and phoning. We brought in live chat about 3-4 years ago now into our business, where predominantly our communications was very email-led. But we've certainly seen over a number of years the huge take-up of live chat and the reduction of emails that we actually receive into our customer service team. And what emails certainly do is elongate the life cycle for actually getting an answer, whereas being able to provide live chat via your website certainly enables that person to get a very quick and direct response to the question that they're looking for. And I've certainly spoken to a number of customers who say, yes, but live chat's going to take time, it's going to take resource, we're going to need to hire additional people to be able to manage that. Logically think about how you introduce it. Certainly, we built it into the customer service role rather than having dedicated people that were sat on live chat. We built it into a rota, for instance. So there certainly are methods and means of doing that. And as long as you communicate to your customer base the hours that service is open, that can certainly be a huge winner as well. So there are a number of different areas that, where communication choice can really help, but tracking all of that information in your CRM system is absolutely key. Certainly with Gold Vision, it's not just emails and maybe Facebook comments and Twitter comments that you can track, but if you did integrate live chat with Gold Vision, those messages are fully visible against the customer communications on a company or contact related record, which means that you can go back and review those communications at any time. Step number 3 is know your customer and track the customer journey. Understand where your physical digital points, physical touch points are, as well as your digital touch points, and understand how in your journey individuals are communicating to you. And what this will allow you to do by mapping that journey is just understand where you could make personalization and customer service and experience improvements, whether it is with an automated email or whether it is by you doing some website tracking to understand who's been on your website or hit a landing page, or what they might be looking at on your website as well. Certainly throughout the customer journey, using Gold Vision, we can incorporate using products like Lead Forensics, who has been on my website and what pages have they particularly looked at. If I did send a mail shot, for instance, did my customer engage with that mail shot? And did they click a link to then look at my website? With that information, I may now automate the journey that this customer now receives from us. So I certainly think that with step number 3, what you need to do is understand your current customer journey, but where you'd like to take your customer journey to, and plot that. Just understand where you feel you may be able to make a difference, because that will help you bring in a number of improvements along the way. And certainly we're here to help with achieving that as well. Have insights at your fingertips. Whether it's a company record that you're looking at, a contact record, or what are the sales we've done this month, your CRM system should be able to give you that without too much effort. Certainly against a company and a contact, being able to see the touch points this customer or contact has had, what have they purchased from us, when did they purchase, when did they last email, when have they communicated with us, and who did they communicate with? All of that should be very readily and easily available. And whilst you're plotting your customer journey, think about in your CRM system where that information can really help the individual teams that are providing that customer service. Which insights are key for them to understand what to do next? And can they build in automation based on those insights as well? Step number 4 is providing service consistency, and this is all important when it comes to a good customer experience. Having plotted your customer journey, think about, can I use templates? And certainly Gold Vision enables the use of Word document templates, email templates, and you can build these templates into the workflow that you've now defined. Again, thinking about that journey, you may have a workflow that when a certain field changes, an email gets sent, or if something goes above a certain value, another field gets automatically updated. Think about how this workflow, these templates, can really improve the experience that you're providing to your customers so that people aren't always having to look at your CRM system to check on what they should do next. Their system should be able to help them drive that process automatically as well. Certainly integrate your email marketing with CRM and think about whether marketing automation can help. A really good example here is we use marketing automation when we onboard new clients, for instance, where a certain record has changed or a project has now been created. We tend to create about 15 new activities, which are now our implementation life cycle. And that helps our project managers to understand, well, what's the next stage in providing the customer with this project that I need to? What are the key things that I need to do next? Don't leave your team wondering what they should do next. Give them the answers by building that automation for them. And that in itself will help with providing that consistency of service. We have some examples here on the left-hand side where you might have a marketing automation email that's built in. So going with the example of onboarding a new client, for instance, whether it's a welcome pack or whether it's monthly communications that go out based on a newsletter or when someone has purchased a particular product, those automated emails can really help just to nurture that customer and understand where they can find the most up-to-date information. Another example of that automation, for instance, is in our business where whenever we log a customer service ticket, when certain fields are set and the ticket is saved, the customer automatically will receive a notification with a reference number as to the fact that the ticket was logged and someone will be in touch shortly. But that provides that customer with an initial good feeling that their ticket has been logged and it's being looked at and it has been registered, for instance. And we may send further automated emails along that journey as that ticket progresses. And then again, on the left, you can see there where we may have had a live chat interaction with a customer. That is also embedded within Gold Vision. So it's not just emails and phone conversations that I can see. It's also live chat communication, which is automatically saved and visible for anyone that's actually dealing with that customer relationship. Think about the customer portal. Enable your customers to be able to log into an area in your CRM system where you may have logged customer service tickets. So here at Gold Vision, we have a Gold Vision customer portal, which certainly our customers can provide to their customers by giving a login and configuring their portal to show the most up-to-date and key information. So the example on this screen might be a support portal or certainly a customer service area where your customer could log in and see recent tickets raised, maybe any notes that had been written, the status of those tickets, and when it was last updated as well. That will mean that customer doesn't need to get in touch with you to find out that information. They can search the up-to-date information for themselves. And then certainly products like Adobe Sign and DocuSign, again, with the use of templates, they will really help to build standard processes into your CRM system and help to really improve maybe order processing, agreement signature. We've had Adobe Sign in our business for a number of years now, and absolutely it has improved the process and the speed in which quotes are signed and orders are received as well. But also it keeps the text generic, and it means that everyone understands along that customer journey how far it's progressed. As soon as an Adobe or DocuSign document has been signed, you will get a notification of that in a product like Gold Vision. So that can really help to streamline the processes that you're actually working with. Number 5 is marketing automation. Certainly think about bringing into your CRM system not just your campaign and email marketing, but look at automating your marketing as well in terms of really improving that personalized customer experience that you could offer. Certainly with Gold Vision, there's an inbuilt email marketing tool, which means there's no import or export of data. If users or contacts unsubscribe, that is automatically dealt with. But marketing automation can really help to give the right message at the right time. For instance, you may send out an email to all of your customers in relation to a product update or a recent piece of news that you're working on with links to your website. With marketing automation, if a contact opened that email and clicked a particular link, you may have built-in workflow that says, if that link is clicked, maybe follow up with a further email within a matter of 2 days or 2 weeks to actually home in on that message further. But not just with email follow-up, you may actually want to automatically create follow-up activities for your sales team or your customer service team to actually now engage with this client because they've shown interest by clicking on certain links or certain pages. So by building in that automation, you're personalizing what that user is receiving from you rather than blanket sending a message that may not be quite right for everyone that you're engaging with. And we can certainly assist on the marketing automation front. There are a number of scenarios where automation can really help. Certainly in cases of lead nurture, onboarding, customer service improvement, and there are many more. And step 5 is certainly feedback. Think about whether you are leveraging key aspects of social at this time. Right at the beginning of the webinar, I mentioned in terms of how we find products now, how we think about customer experience, how we then comment about that customer experience is very much by giving feedback. And that feedback comes in a number of different ways. Certainly for certain people, that might come via a social comment posted on a network. Now, if you and your business are not on certain social networks, now is certainly the time to think about ensuring that you're engaging on key social platforms which are right for your business. Not all platforms will be right, but certainly a product like LinkedIn, you may find that you have existing customers or competitors that are actually winning business or shouting about their existing customer business on platforms like this. So if you don't have a socially aware team, certainly now is the time to think about that, because you may find that there is feedback there. But these platforms are great for providing your customer base and engaging your customer base to give that personalized service as well. Certainly here at Gold Vision, we use social platforms to, yes, have a look at improving our brand and getting the message out there for our brand, but certainly we're in the habit of ensuring that we engage with our contacts on LinkedIn, we connect with them, so that when we have a message to share, whether it's via our marketing team, that then gets spread via our networks also, so that our customers are kept up to date. Celebrate successes and align your sales and marketing efforts. We here at Gold Vision, our marketing and sales team, are involved in publishing content, such as this webinar, for instance. Make sure that the team understand when that content is shared, because that can resonate with the rest of not just your prospect base, but also your customer base, to advise and give further information. And celebrate success. Maybe you've had a really successful project that's gone live, or some great feedback as part of your customer experience. Use social networks to shout about that kind of information, because that will certainly engage your customers to want to do more socially with you, but they'll give you that feedback also. And don't forget, your prospective customers are on these platforms and in these networks, looking at who they should be dealing with next. So if those reviews are there and your customers are posting them and you're shouting about your successes, surely it's just a win-win situation. So where you do provide a good experience, do make sure that you work with your existing customers to build reviews, build stories, and certainly build that brand awareness. On social networks, whether it's live chat, reviews are everywhere now. And certainly it's reviews that a number of people actually look at when it comes to their buying journey. And lastly, it's a quote that actually resonates with this particular webinar. Building a good customer experience doesn't happen by accident. It's work, and it takes work. Certainly the starting point is look at your existing customer experience journey. Think about the touch points you have in your business where you talk to the customer, you're digitally engaged with that customer, or you're physically engaged with that customer, and use your CRM system to plot where you can make a difference and how that can happen. Certainly from this webinar, there are a number of different means, and do get in touch with us if we can help to automate that process, help you digitalize that process, and understand where those improvements can be made. Thank you very much for everyone that's joined, and good luck with your journey. Thank you.